Guess what time it is? It's Grandmaster time. It's Grandmaster time of the season. So, we're going to go through Glassway today because, Glassway is almost everybody's favorite. For me, it's my third favorite, meaning it's the third hardest. A lot of people might put this at number 2. Just for me, Corrupted is a bigger pain in the ass because at least with Glassway here, like I'm going to show you, there's at least some hiding spots in the boss area. You're not running for your life, more or less like you are for the second half of Corrupted anyways. So Glassway, we've got a Void Burn, so that's cool. It's the only one this season that's not Arc Burn. Yay. So plan accordingly, your loadout, but other than that, I'm not going to tell you what to run. You need to do overloads, you need to do barriers. Okay? So, just use whatever you have the most fun with. I will never tell you that you have to use a certain weapon. Use what you're comfy with, because what you're comfy with is what you're going to play best with. That seems fair, yeah. Honestly, who am I to judge? I mean, my solo run I did on this, I was using 2 bows, like Wish Ender and like just my crafted legendary bow. So, who am I to judge? I'm using 2 bows and a light machine gun. Anyways, so I'm not going to pretend I'm like a pro at this, okay? If you want to watch a flawless run, I'm not your guy. This is to help regular people like me. So if I can do it, definitely you can do it. And just here's some tips and tricks, how to take it easy, and hopefully have an okay, decent time doing Glassway, because it's a bit of a bitch. Anyways, I'm happy to see Overload bows are back, especially too. Look at that. It just totally locks that Overload down. That's the best. Way better than submachine guns, by far. The ease of use is just better. I mean, I like hand cannons too for overloads, but bows, I am totally fine with bows. So this first part, first checkpoint, barriers spawn if you leave this cliff, basically. There's a little room for error there. You can jump down, jump back up. It's not going to spawn in, but you don't want to spawn that barrier in because he's going to put his immunity shield on all the guys. It's just going to be a bigger pain. But this overload, stun him from a distance, lock him down, and he's not going to bother you. Just throw a grenade down, kill those guys with their little spears, and you're good to go. You know what, and like you'll see for the next 2 rooms after this one, these 3 checkpoints, in all of them, if you push forward, barriers will spawn. Alright, so I'll make a little note on the screen here just to show you kind of where the border is, but anyways, it's important because you don't need them spawning if you can help it, right? Like, why make it harder on yourself? So after the overload's done, people come out this door, they come out the door on the right, kill them, kill the barrier. It's pretty simple stuff. These barrier champions are by far the least threat on their own. They can be a pain only if they have like snipers, maybe for example, that they have the immunity buff on. But anyways, second room here. So what I like to do anyways is I go up here, get them all to spawn in, take out some of the snipers that drop in first thing. I throw a grenade, just get some free kills. Why not? That's what grenades are for. And well, I guess I'm not going to throw a grenade this time. Okay, I mean, usually I do. But anyways, I'll run back down here. You can kill some of the snipers that are in the far back. It's just a nice spot. Those snipers can be a surprise. Anyways, also, from down here, if you want, now that we're using bows, you can actually lock this overload down and kill them from here, if you feel like it. I mean, it just depends how casual you want to be. Me, I like being casual, so yeah, I'm just gonna take him out from here. You can do the boss too, kinda. He likes to walk behind that rock though, so it's kind of a time waster. So you're just as safe to take him out up here after all the other ads are gone. Anyways, this rock right there in front of me, that's basically the border that you don't want to go by. After you pass that rock, the barrier for this room will spawn in, and he will put his immunity on the boss too, or he can. So just don't spawn him in. Now, if you're with the fire team and you want to be a jerk, run in there, spawn the barrier, run back, and, just watch your team struggle. That's okay. Anyways, simple stuff. You're totally safe, especially he's using his Lord of Wolves at a distance there. Can't really hurt you that much. Super easy to dodge. So, take him out and then move on. Spawn the barrier. Now, the stairs straight ahead there, I like to either throw a grenade or use my super there. So this time I'm going to throw my grenade on the left, which means I'm going to use my super here. Just to kill a bunch of those ads before they get the immunity buff from the barrier there. It just makes killing the barrier a little bit more simple. Anyways, kill the barrier. You're off to the last third checkpoint here. Now, this one with has a sniper for the boss now. So that shark fin rock there, that one is the border for the barrier, so try not to go past that rock too much. Again, it's a little bit forgiving, but yeah, just be careful. So anyways, 3 spots really to hang out here for me anyways. One is far back where I am right now. You know, you can use the rock wall as cover. You can take out all the mini snipers. The next place, you can creep up to this rock next to the border for the barriers, or you can run over this side. Just when you're at these 2 places though, you gotta watch out for him throwing his stasis grenade at you. So not a dangerous grenade in and by itself, but if you get frozen when you're out of cover, you're gonna get sniped and die. That's all. So other than that, just watch out for sniper buddies and then kill the main boss sniper, and you're good to walk forward and spawn the barrier in at that point. And then it's just more vandals and shanks will spawn in, but and you can throw a grenade at this one entrance here, clear out some of the guys that are going to spawn in. The rest kind of drop in through the ceiling, you know, kill the barrier. Good to go. Simple stuff, no problem. So you can do it all from a distance anyways, and that's what's important. This part, not really anything crazy with the mechanics. Wait for it to load. Sometimes I'm too fast and it doesn't load in, and I gotta backtrack and all that. But go in there, you kill the vandals, kill the shanks. After they're dead and you push forward, then the snipers and overload will spawn in. So anyways, I just hang out here, super safe spot. You got a good line of sight to where everyone's hiding. After shanks, after the dregs, you go in here. Oh, I left the shank. And then the snipers and overload spawn in. So they'll all run to that far back area, see where they're jumping. Some of them will jump up and then shoot the overload. So it helps if you're not using your anti-barrier bow, use your overload bow instead. That's the problem when you're running 2 bows, I guess. You get a little confused about which one's meant to do what. But anyways, take out the overload, and then you just got some of the snipers. You push forward, more vandals and snipers will drop in. It's pretty straightforward. Jump to the other side, kill the other overload that spawns in, and then you're on the plate section. So here's the thing with this: when you're solo, okay, this is solo gameplay right here, the only thing that's going to spawn in is shanks. But when you're in a bigger team, like say you're at a full fire team, you're going to get shanks, you're going to get snipers, you're going to get the heavy shanks with the solar shields and exploders here. You just get shanks, no snipers, and then the last couple waves will be exploders, and that's it. Like, it's actually, honestly, like, this is actually easier solo than when you're with a team. Anyways, charge the plates. You know, you can kill everything here from a distance too. Easy stuff. You know, honestly, yeah, there's nothing to this part. And even the other parts, because you can do it all from a distance. So the only part that's really hard about Glassway is the boss room, because, you know, you can't do it from a distance anymore. So if you're struggling getting to the boss, just go farther back. That's it. Like, that's really the best advice I can give for this one if you're struggling for this part. Anyways, you know, kill all the snipers, kill the barrier that comes in from a distance, remember, and then after that you're onto the boss room. So for the boss room, there's a couple things you can do. So one is, if you're in a fire team and you need a spot to take a breath, maybe you need a super to recharge, maybe you just want to be the anchor for respawning if you're doing masters. Okay, so for masters, you can hide here, and as long as no enemies see you go into there, no one's gonna bother you right here. So up here. Now, I repeat though, if they see you go in there, if you already have their aggro, this spot's not gonna help you. But if you don't have their aggro and you're just hanging out there, you're cool. So your other team can die, they can respawn themselves for master, right? Grandmaster, I don't recommend it, honestly. You don't want to be trapped in that spot. Now, for solo, though, if you don't want to, if you're not a pro, so if you're a normal guy like me and you want to solo this, you want to run up into here. So trigger the boss to come in, and then you can run up to this hiding spot here. So here, I'll show it again how to get up here from a different angle. So right here, the center of the room, jump up there. Sometimes you get a little caught on some of the stuff, so you just kind of keep spamming the jump button and you're okay. So, alright, so when you're up here, you got 2 main windows to do damage from. You got window 1, and then you got window 2. This is where you're going to be baiting the overloads to these windows to do damage to them. So there's a third spot in between these 2 windows where you can get hit from, right there. So you see where that overload's shooting right now? You just got to be aware that there's an opening there that they can hit you from. So, you know, if they start shooting to there, just use this little piece of cargo for cover that I'm doing right now. Besides that though, what you want to do is you want to wait till an overload goes into one of those 2 windows, and when they do, you stun them and just go nuts on them. Go to town. So be patient though, okay? Sometimes you're not going to get it to kill, they're going to walk away, and you're going to have to start over from scratch. That's cool. That's normal. Don't worry about it. Don't get cocky, don't put yourself at risk, anything like that. Anyway, so, you know, I'm just going to shoot my primary in that spot. Eventually, I hope for him to come where I'm shooting. You know, there he is. So again, just everything you got. Grenade, bow, light machine gun, heavy, and just go to town on him, you know. Now, the most important thing is to know when the enemies are going to spawn for this part. So here's kind of the breakdown for that. So first thing, 2 overloads right off the bat. After you do 1/6 damage to the mini boss, you're going to have 2 more overloads spawn in. After you take them out, you can go nuts on the mini boss again until you have a total of 1/3 of his health gone. After that, he despawns, okay? And then once he despawns, you're good to jump down and do damage to the main boss. Now the main boss, you know, just go nuts doing damage to him. After 1/3 of his health is gone, he's going to despawn again. That's going to start kind of phase 2 of the whole encounter. All right, so see, Bellman Transcendent Mind leaves. So go back up to your spot, and then you got 2 chickens and 2 barriers will spawn in. Then after you're done a total of half damage to the mini boss, 2 more chickens and barriers are going to spawn in. So that's 4 barriers total, 4 chickens total. Chickens are wyvern, if you didn't catch my drift there. They're not so bad. You're just going to spam grenades at them. They're honestly more dangerous than an overload, because if they catch sight of you and you don't notice that they're looking at you, they'll wipe you out in like a second. So at least they're easy to see when they're coming because they got their hair sticking up all over the place. So just keep in mind the mini boss is still there. He's kind of more of a nuisance. He's not really dangerous at all. But anyways, after all the wyvern are done, you take out this guy. There. Despawn him, and then you got to take care of the 4 barriers. So good luck with that. Just don't put yourself out in the open. They'll stay outside for the most part unless they kind of glitch out, or if you're really close to them and you bait them in because they're running after you. You know, just they'll all come to where the action is anyways. So if I'm shooting here on the left-hand door, the other ones are they're on their way to the left-hand door already. So see, they're all coming slowly. So take your time. Don't put yourself at risk. You know, you can probably handle taking a couple shots from them, but probably not more than 2. Anyways, after you kill all the barriers, the next encounter starts. So that's big boss and overload. So same as the other phase with the overloads. Again, you're going to get 2, do damage to the boss, get 2 more. It's just the only difference now is there's fanatics. Fun fact, actually, you can actually finish the entire Nightfall Strike just from this spot at this point. You don't actually have to ever leave this area again. You can just chuck grenades and use primer even to burn the boss down from this little hiding spot. So this is the window in between the 2 windows I'm looking at right now. So anyways, up to you. So also a little fun fact is sometimes overloads get lost when you're in that cheese spot. So like this one, couldn't find this guy forever, left my hiding spot, and he's just wandering around in the Vex milk, like dancing, I don't know. So it can be a little scary when you don't know where they are, because in Destiny, typically when stuff glitches out, it can be surprising, the outcome of it. Anyways, after that final encounter, both bosses and chickens and barriers again. So same as last time, you'll get 2 chickens, 2 barriers. You know, do damage to the mini boss, and then you'll get 2 more chickens, 2 more barriers, and then you just have to kill the main boss at this point. So up to you if you want to leave your hiding spot to kill the barriers after the chickens are dead, but please wait till the chickens are dead before leaving, because they can be dicey. And just take your time. Anyways, the 4 barriers honestly can be tough, but still, just like, just take your time. You know, it's okay to screw up and have them regenerate health. Don't be pushing or putting yourself at risk just to kill a champion. You know, just wait, let them reset and start over. So that's it for if you're solo. Okay, honestly, just take your time. Okay, now if you're in a fire team though, it's a little bit different. 3 people can't fit in that room, right? So you gotta do this for real. Unless you want to do the under the ground glitch, which honestly I haven't tried that in so long. I don't even know if it works anymore, so I'm not going to talk anymore about that. So for a fire team, what you want to do is you want to hang out in the left-hand room instead of the right-hand room. So just like this, start the encounter, everyone goes left, but where we find it's best anyways is to hang out is at the center door. So you got line of sight to the far portal, so that's good. So if you got enough long range weapons or divinity even, you can take out this barrier as he spawns. But at the very least, you're going to get all their attention to the center door and draw them all in. So the biggest thing that can go wrong in this strike for everybody is not knowing where the overloads are coming from. So right here, we're all hanging out in the center door, so they're all going to come to the center door. It's the quickest route for them to get to us, and they know where they're here. So we pull them all to the front, we team shoot them, burn them down. Very nice, very nice. And then we get our bearings, and then we all focus fire on the mini boss. So that's one of the differences here between solo play and fire team play is when you do the mini boss damage, you do it fast until he disappears. Do all the damage until he's gone, and then you don't have to worry about him as you take care of the next wave of whether it's chickens or next wave of overloads. So again, you can be like, look how nice my wife is. She's sacrificing herself to bait the overloads into the center. On purpose too, I imagine. So I'm sure she wasn't going out there to punch an overload. Nah, I mean, she's a titan, so maybe. Anyways, so in the center, kill the overloads. So this is the second wave there. After that, then you're safe. You're just going to do regular ass damage to the boss. After a third of the boss's health is gone, he will despawn, and then it's time for chickens. So chickens, you got a couple options. You can all go far left and bait them all to the left side. That's cool. Or you can split up and take a portal each. Either way works. Up to you guys. It's just whatever your team is in the mood for. So here I'm just doing left on my own. See a grenade, some bow shots, and he's gone. And then just remember, after half of a damage phase to the mini boss, more chickens spawn in, and just make sure you're ready for them. That's all. So again, up to you. So after that, you got the barriers to take care of, and then after that, it's overloads again. So same thing, you're gonna draw them into the middle. Now, in this, we must have been a little bit late, or we were too far spread out because one of the overloads came in through the left-hand door, And again, this is a perfect example of why you want to stay closer together and get them all to come in the same door. So then at least you know where they're coming from. You can focus fire them, do all that, but then, my wife's there to come save the day. And then you're good to do damage to the boss. So that's the main thing. That's what I see that goes wrong with most fire teams, is they're too far spread out. If you're too far spread out, you don't know where the enemies are going. If you're closer together, I know splash damage sucks, but if you're closer together, the enemies will all come to the same spot. They'll have your aggro, and they're going to come through the doorway, and you know where they're coming from. And that's honestly the best thing for you, is if you at least know where they're coming from. Because when something goes wrong, it's because there's an overload behind you, and you didn't know it was there. So other than that, I hope this guide helped you. This is a tough one, I get it, but there's some cheese spots. I mean, they're well-known cheese spots. I, by no means, found this out for myself. I watched this. Esoteric was maybe the first person I seen well over a year ago use that spot, but I'm sure there's been others. Yeah, other than that, make sure your resilience is at max. 100 resilience, definitely for Grandmasters, is a nearly a must. Not mandatory, but I mean, oh my god, it helps. Have a good one. Anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe if you feel like it, but yeah, I'm sure you feel like it, right? What's one more? It makes no difference, honestly. Probably make you feel good. Alright, see ya.